Я не разговариваю. У меня кот? Нет, а что? Блин, я с вами разговариваю, говорю какой... микрофон не включил. Вот это дай в пизду, короче. Вниз говорил, я пытался найти геймпад, пытался найти дырку, чтобы этот геймпад вставить и так далее и тому подобное. Так. Радар сонар свободы не отображается только в режиме проникновения, а первый... Даже нет, все, второй. Чтобы как в первой части было все. Вырубаю вебку, вырубаю микрофон. Скоро... Да, ну.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses had been out in the cold too long.
Первый стрим в году, конечно, будет напряженным. Расслабься, да, сложный капец. Я вот так вот потом сижу и к вечеру плечи просто умирают, да.
Я психованная! У меня справка есть!
Спасибо за фоллоу. Хай. Ладно, я думаю... I'm fine, thanks. And you? Еще бы я знал на английском, чтобы на английском общаться, да.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off
Я
assuming
психованная!
sooner
У меня
while she's
справка
safe.
есть!
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Я молчу.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
Thanks for follow,
It's a
everyone.
little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please, I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
Вот те и морские котики. Злые русские всех поубивают.
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair.
You are gangsters? No, we are Russians.
I'm transmitting a photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. K-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka?
Косятка.
Chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96.
Я забуду.
Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Потом надо будет как-нибудь себе опять же сделать выписку. Ну что ж. Веб-очка возвращается. Я не помню, здесь у нас что-то есть. Нет, здесь у нас ничего нет. Я не блондинка. Блин. Ну, значит, хачик. Ну, вообще у меня русые волосы. На фотках это видно. О-ля-ля. Когда трус, там ничего не видно, это правда. Блять.
See those lockers? That's a good place to hide yourself if you're in a pinch. Push the action button near the locker to open the door. Walk into it for a quick concealment. Push the action button once more to get out of the locker. You can see out from the slit in the door. Make sure you check the area using first-person view before you go out. You can also hide enemies you've knocked out in the locker. Just open the locker, then drag the body to the locker.
96 же там, да?
You want to save, Snake? Oh, you're not gonna save. Well, okay. Just let me know when you need to.
Не понимаю. Да там фишка должна была быть. Может, вот так вот надо, типа.
Time to save? Look, Snake, this frequency...
Да, да. Там, в общем, диалог должен быть интересный, когда он смотрит на подобный плакат. Так. Пусто. Вот, я без рук подхожу к нему. Кто должен зажать? А, квадратик. То есть X. Жмых в очках — это Атакон, это ученый, которого мы спасли в первой части на Shadow Moses. Это человек. По-моему, он и Metal Gear разработал, если не ошибаюсь. Вот, и он теперь нам помогает в этой операции. Да, он нам не нужен, в принципе-то. Подожди. В рабочем файле записал дейп.
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place. Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be seen. You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
Так, вебка вроде бы диалогам не мешает, хорошо. А, стоп. Говорят, ну он, это же обучение. Хорошо, шаг оценка будет. А нет, не сейчас, ладно. Ну все, вроде бы здесь больше ничего интересного нет в этой кафешке.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Ну, для начала я покажу вам, как работает это вот. Берешь сишки и так, опа. И все лазеры видно, типа. Потом их выбираешь, потом... Успел. А вот сейчас будет катсцена.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat-worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
В обтягивающем костюме-то, конечно, жопка-то, ну, так, да. Ща я его включать не буду, потому что сейчас будет опять катсценка.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans, so you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
Пам-пам-пам. Ольга Горукович.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family. We
Эй,
share
женщина.
everything, all the bad and all the good.
Да подожди ты, ёп.
Nothing else matters to me.
Да, блядь.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Так это ж... Каджимба. А подожди ты, блядь. В живот, ну, ребенка прям. Ух. Беременная женщина с надворным-то в живот, да. Всё? Пусть спит, да, согласен. Буянить что-то. Ой, еще убить вздумала. Ё-моё вообще.
cipher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap? To lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Спасибо, Атакон, что так вовремя рассказал о том, что ты облажался, конечно. Да. Оля. Пошли трахаться, Оля. Так. Ага, все. Научился забираться, и я немножко почитал об управлении перед игрой. Я забыл, на самом деле, что уже и как. Она уже все? Нет, я же это... Она же спит, вон, видишь, там... Вот у нее над головой. Она же усыплена. Вот. Да. Точно. Веб-очка. Да беременна, куда ебаться-то? Так, наоборот, если она беременна, то можно не опасаться, что она забеременеет. Вот, а вообще у некоторых беременных, не знаю, на какой именно срок, но желание даже еще сильнее становится, поэтому дело такое. Так, а мне вообще куда? Помни задание.
Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
It's a decent one. USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but being undetected is still the best way to go, okay? Snake, Metal Gear is in the holds below the tanker's deck. Go down.
Все, спасибо. Вперед, даун, говорит. конечно, она какая типичная баба.
Who's that?
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup units.
Коробка. Все, меня никто не видит.
Snake, get yourself out of sight now. Enemy search parties are on the way. It's a clearing. These aren't sentries you're dealing with. They're searching for you, and they know you don't want to be found. You can't make some feeble attempt at concealment. Make sure you're completely hidden in some place they wouldn't think of searching.
Stop. Was there a noise just now?
Ты в коробку стреляешь, придурок?
Clear.
А вот.
Enemy intruder sighted. Send in shield personnel.
Вообще не подозрительно. Вот, а на другой палубе как бы уже и тревоги нет, уже все хорошо. Так, говорите, мне надо... А, давайте вот сейчас это... Сохранюсь.
Oh, you need to save? Just a second. Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling, but you sure you got it right?
Ну да,
Of
типа...
course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
Да, тут забыл сказать, замысел в том, что когда сохраняешься, в первой части же Мэлин, будь здоров, Снейк, говорила разные цитаты из фильмов, по-моему, если я не ошибаюсь. Вот, я закон такой, типа, я тоже буду говорить тебе всякие цитатки, но он их не умеет нормально интерпретировать, короче. Это очень забавно. У японцев были... Хер знает. Ну, по-английски даже сказали, что кэнди-бары. Наверное, что-то такое и было, не знаю. Ой, я забыл, куда мне идти-то. Куда мне идти? Как сделать так, чтобы из них что-то выпало? Это выход на улицу. Эти старые игры без подсказок. И без обозначения, куда идти. Погоди, это же выход на улицу, да. Я не думаю, что не сюда. Блять, здесь я уже был. Прям вот именно. Здесь. Это другой борт. Там все понятно. Вот, и сюда, наверное. Тут у нас светошумовая. Вот машина отделение, правый борт, наверное. Уже ближе к телу. Вулкан Рейвен. Ага, сдавайся. Черт, это же просто фигурка. Вот это да. Обманука, Дима. Забегся на этом. Парень. Убитое тело. Давай обратно. Извини, что потревожил.
Oh, Snake, you want to save?
Yes, of course.
Okay. There's a saying that goes, even a bird on high dies a glutton's death, as do the fish of the deeps. The lesson is, don't be greedy. The fish that belonged to a family called the Deeps died from overfeeding, and so did a bird that got high on something, probably fermented fruit.
Okay, if you say so.
I do, Snake. Don't take unnecessary risks just because you're greedy for more items. Remember the Deep family's fish.
То есть рыбку съесть и косточкой не подавиться не получится, да? И да, у меня и так есть. You scored a drop. Claim now or go to your inventory. Круто. Дропзик упал. Удобно, что об этом пишут даже в чате ОБС. Но у меня и так все собирается автоматически.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol in the small room on the port side.
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
У которого глушителя нет. Ныряй вовремя.
It's the enemy. I need help. Move. Move.
Хуя с щитами. Примушкаторс. Шоколадный батончик, состоящий из взбитой пушистой ноги и покрытый шоколадом. Производится в США, Канаде и компании Mars. Производится, то есть до сих пор, что ли?
Move.
Единственный закрытый шкафчик, они такие, не будем проверять, ну чё уж, хе-хей.
Time to save?
Продажа за 21 год, нифига себе, ну круто. Примушкаторс, да. Круто.
Another Chinese proverb. Those who look to the heavens prosper. Those who defy it are no more. Do you know this one? The meaning here is... hold on a sec. That you can only survive as long as you're a part of the natural order of things. You remember pre-ripped jeans? Manufacturers thought that just because people loved old, broken-in jeans, they would want to buy new jeans that looked old. So they purposefully...
What do jeans have to do with nature and order?
Denim should fray and rip on its own, naturally, right? Some designers tried to go against that and no one bought them. The earnings report from that fiscal year is enough of a proof.
Earnings?
Чел. Каджимба, знал бы ты, какие продажи у подобных джинс последние несколько лет 21 века, ты бы охерел бы, конечно. Там не то, что они потертые, блять.
Oh, Snake, you want to save?
Там даже не потертый.
Okay,
Там
see you,
вот
Snake.
такие вот дыры не просто. Там от джинс одно название осталось. А ты говоришь... Да... А что здесь должно мигать? А, вижу. Пауба 2, левый борт.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Мать твою. Не вовремя сохранить. В наушниках. Сука. Блин, ну флексит он классно, мне прям вообще... Nothing to report. Я что и так спишь, но поспи более глубоким сном, ладно? Nothing to report. А, я понял, это надо вот так вот. Далее? Все, это отлипни. Nothing to report. Атакован.
Time to save?
Даже моя бабка прошла бы эту игру, если бы сохранялась так же часто, как и ты.
Hey, Snake. What's hardest won, most easily lost? It's time. Get it? Amazing how relevant these Chinese proverbs still are. Once the moment's gone, it's gone. Except for daylight savings time, of course. That extra hour to do anything you like with every autumn. Gotta love it. Then again, you lose an hour every spring, so I guess the proverbs are right. Wow, they thought of everything.
Did they even have daylight savings back then?
Of course not. They knew how to save time. We're the ones that need to be tricked into it.
Yeah, but you said...
The moment never returns, Snake. Let's not waste it on idle questions.
Okay.
Окей. Сука. Вот это атакон, это я вот аналогичным образом объясняю все подобные вещи. Такой, да отвали просто, бля. Я сказал так, значит, нечего задавать дурацкие вопросы, все. Это не потому, что я не знаю, как на них ответить, они просто дурацкие.
seal the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control. Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the halls have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the halls until we are out.
Yes, sir.
Такой беспалевный, сука,
With our lives
ствол
if
торчит.
necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes,
My
sir.
daughter.
Who goes there?
Блять. Да я молодец, да. Кто из них?
Aim for the lights.
Ее отец, который вот на рации был. Сукины дети. Да, блядь, вы... Да вставай, Снейк, блядь. О, блядь. Ебать, да! Да, блядь. Не. Тогда я не понял вопроса насчет, кто из них докипал ее до того сейва, что... Я тогда не понял этот вопрос. Я не умею играть в эту игру, вот что я творю.
Who goes there?
Шаша-шаска. Или револьвер Ацелот.
Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
А кто они заботятся, что она залетела? Но, насколько я помню, об этом не говорится. Камрад. То есть об этом не будет сказано.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses.
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear.
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed?
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time.
Давай.
Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots.
4.
Metal Gear from the front,
Спереди.
front right, and front left.
Поворот
and a
слева и
close-up
справа.
of the Marine Corps marking.
И маркировка, ага.
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear.
Вот Марины.
Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
Надо
There's actually one little
сфоткать
thing.
Марину.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
Huh?
We initiated development of Metal Gear
Так, засейвимся путем save state у этого.
Stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Как его? Скажите мне. Ням-ням-ням-ням-ням.
The hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the
Господи.
world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear
Эмулятора.
proliferation will be contained, and it will be the
Так,
Marine
рано.
Corps and
Ладно,
our
сейчас
Array
ты сделай.
that will accomplish this. At
Сейчас,
the
да.
moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development.
Мастерство.
It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. This weapon will render
Снейк
all
вообще
other Metal
невидимый.
Gears
Так и
obsolete.
да.
Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light
Ладно,
of the
сохрани еще
military
раз.
dominance
До вот
spelled
этого вот
out by
катсценки
Ray.
про 2.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind.
А я забыл, а на что быстрая загрузка у этих, у сейф стейта? Ногами сквозь чего? Ну да, ну это ж... Это ж условности.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
А, быстрая загрузка F3.
This project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is...
Сейчас будет одна из знаменитых фраз.
Metal Gear.
I have a daughter.
Не понял, где it can't be.
Her or her children.
Типа, Metal Gear, it can't be.
As a father, I want to leave a better world for future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty.
Good.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Right. Up. Left. Right.
Freeze.
Left. Right. Getting back to the topic at hand. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means.
Да, делал пруфы. Вопрос в другом. Я не помню, как я делал фотку, блядь, с надписью.
The success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was is already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning.
Я же тоже делал, только я, блин, совсем забыл, каким образом.
President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of RAY. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background.
Сейчас они, конечно... Да.
I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3.
Oops.
It was he who lowered Start 3 ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses is supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
Без палева.
George Sears surrendered his
Не палимся, сука.
The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next-generation nuclear warheads.
Мужики, хорош, я стесняюсь.
You will have heard rumors that he was forced to resign after the failed cover-up costing his influence in the political community. It was he who lowered Start 3 ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire. Nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear Ray. We have intelligence that there are anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the left! It was he who lowered Start 3 ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened.
Okay.
Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire, and the nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear Ray.
О,
We have intelligence that there are
Marina.
anti-Metal Gear terrorists planning to target the ship.
Блин.
Intruder to the right. It was he who lowered Start 3 ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM.
Да, мне вот это вот написано.
Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military
Наделал кучу фоток, надеюсь, что они подойдут. Папарацци, да. Именно сливаю нюдсы Metal Gear'ов.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? Okay, first up. This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well.
По-моему, мне дверь занять, я отойду. Да, у меня аналогичный вопрос, где он видел там надпись, но ладно, я надеюсь, что он эту фотку возьмет за что-нибудь другое. Ладно, посмотрим, что он там еще посчитает.
Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. And the next one is...
Так, уже есть два.
We already have a good photo from the
Так,
right.
уже три.
Okay, what am I seeing now? Okay, this
О,
works.
все,
It's a
4.
great front view.
Повезло, повезло.
The next image is... You already took a good one of the side lettering.
Да, в натуре. Он бы там был просто идеален.
Okay,
Чел.
last one's coming up. Didn't think Gerlukovich was involved, of all people.
Ой, так он ты такой
We're okay
чел
on the photos
просто.
from the right, front, and the one of the lettering. The only one we want is of Metal Gear from the front left. I know you can do it.
А, спереди, слева. Ну ты пчел. Ладно, сохранимся.
Specs spread across the globe like wildfire. The nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear ray. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against
Сделаю
the
два на
future
всякий.
possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leak.
Альтернативный одарен. Рентгеном очках, да.
Okay, I'm receiving the images. The first one I'm seeing is... You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot.
Ура.
Okay, now we have all the photos. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now.
Get out here.
We, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray.
Roar.
That is all. Dismissed.
Dismissed.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the?
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. And of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
Ocelot. It can't be.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
Никто в такой тишине не слышит, как он ходит. Горлукович.
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly.
Кальяшников.
We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again.
Russia will rise again.
The key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, you! Have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one. Lukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Ой-ой-ой, как моему процессору плохо. Сколько пафоса, но это Кодзима.
Sergey, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
И тем более, какой-то год был.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Так не, он же там штук 6-7 убил. Там же стояли еще. Тем более у него 2 револьвера было. Один револьвер он выпустил в этого, в Сергея Горуковича, а вторым расстрелял вот этих вот, которые возле него стояли с Кальяшниковыми. Имперские штурмовики. Бедный Сережа. У него не будет внуков. О. Рука ликвида.
It's been a while, brother. Who are you? You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program. Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
Yeah, I like this moment.
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
But in the fourth part, it more. Блять, как будет сказать круче? Типа cool или кулер? Сука. Кулер. damn. My English is so shit. It's cooler, так и читай. Окей. Так и должна быть, окей, понял. Не, я понял, что ты серьезно. Я надеюсь, что в части на Shadow Moses у меня не будет проблем с эмуляцией. Мне не придется уменьшать настройки эмуляции, то есть там делать разрешение поменьше и так далее. Блин, вот американцы, они такие, я не знаю, по крайней мере показаны здесь очень привержены своему делу. Уничтожить Metal Gear своими 5.56. Да, удачи вам, ребята. И вот, дай бог, ракетами можно, и то не факт. В первой части мы с помощью ПЗРК его убивали, а тут они, блин, пушками своими хотят его застрелить. Охладились немножко. Как сделать хоть что-то, пускай валят нахрен. Run for your life. Stop shooting. И все такое. Снейк. Ебать. Я что, Ванга? Нет, ты It can be.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir.
Где мы гений? Тут как бы ничего не скажешь.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Mr. President. Напомню, после первой части президент это Solidus Snake. Угу. Хранить достижения. Yes, of course. Холодно. Ой, что-то меня аж пробрало до мурашек. Чтобы создать атомную бомбу, предсказать результат ее применения, ученые должны были выполнить тысячи сложных вычислений. Компьютер и атомная бомба, оба пораженные Второй мировой войной, шли пути по развитию бок о бок. И нижней надписи я не успел прочитать.
Of course. Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell.
Big Shell and Shadow Moses.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
Russians? Oh no.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
Bum, bum, bum.
You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant's struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Опять лифт.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Ну, типа, Снейк умер, и поэтому у них новый пчел. Вот. Мне интересна вот одна вещь. Почему у меня во время катсцен умирает это... эмуляция. В пилотке полковник это еще из первой части, который помогал Снейку в этих заданиях всяких. Ну, который аналогично на кодеке сидел. Я их уже убил штук миллиард. Навскидку. Забыл свою рожу включить.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gerlukovich man.
Gerlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They've become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Мне, походу, видяхи иногда не хватает.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Спойлер, как только я получу доступ, они начнут проходить в себя.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Что хотел сказать? Так, мы же с тобой уже смотрели и танкер, и немножко завода, часть до лифта, как бы. Что это не спойлер. Просто тебе напоминаю. Долбануло током и надпись такая: окей, имя. Where is the N? Это, наверное. Все, хорош. Это рождение. Ну, это поставим завтрашнее число. Это у нас будет... пусть будет 70-й. Вот это что у нас? Это у нас месяц, соответственно, январь. 5-я. Группа крови. Гражданство пускай будет Russian. Да.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Это его тёлочка, если
Jack,
чё.
I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
I'm under attack. Stay alert.
Stay on the lookout.
Похлопай по пузику его. О, похлопай по пузику, все хорошо. О, бля.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Под каким-то огнем, придурок. Бля. Счастливо оставаться.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Да, мне видюха не хватает на этот... На рендер всего этого...
I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Да, видюха загружается иногда прям до 100. Бинт, а жгут будет? Или гемостатик там? Кыш-кыш-кыш-кыш-кыш-кыш.
Raiden, look at that wire fence. You may be able to crawl through it. Crouch down using the crawl button. Then push the left analog stick in the direction you want to move. Push the crawl button again to stand up. You can use weapons even while crawling. This is different from VR training, so you keep that in mind.
Обучение, Кодзима. Да ебать.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Там еще есть какие-то плюшки, пойду их возьму. Там ничего вкусного, скорее всего, а патроны обычные. Поскользнулся на говне. Так. Как же мне это сделать? Ты, ебать, вставай. Ну, блять. Бог. Отсосная станция.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay? Understood.
Understood. Каджимба, блядь.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
Got one, I see. Don't leave him lying around. Hide the body as soon as possible. When his comrades come back from the roof, you don't want him being found. If they do find him, they'll be on the alert and things can get difficult. When you take a hostile down, hide the body where a patrol is unlikely to come around. You can drag an enemy personnel's body. This is how to do it. First, walk up to the body, and with all weapons deselected, press the weapon button to pick it up. As long as you have the weapon button held down, you can move around with the body in your grasp. Release the weapon button to let go of the body.
Не. Иди ко мне, родной. Я его убил. Блять, я не хотел его убивать. Упс. Хотел его задушить всего лишь немножко, а оказалось как бы...
What's up, Jack?
Дима, это не работает так.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough? And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Женщины.
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's
Скинь
something I
сиськи.
need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Будем чаще сохраняться, поскольку это дает какую-то пользу. Смотрите-ка. Да, блин. Так что я получил доступ, все. Ладушки, ладушки, мы где были у бабушки? Соединение мост AB. Да, детка. Физика волос это еще в 92-м году. Не знаю, в каком году вышел игра, но где-то... Когда там PlayStation 2 вышел?
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side. Once there, you can move sideways while keeping out of enemy sight.
All right, I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing during a hanging maneuver, and once it runs out, you will fall.
Copy that.
2001, ну...
Wait a second. I just intercepted new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10.
Intercepted?
As I said before, they need to be kept in the dark about our presence.
So we just listen in.
I'm patching it through.
This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy! Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the president! Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that... Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond.
Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now.
Мяу. 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 А что здесь тогда? Cipher?
Raiden, watch your back. That's a cipher, a type of UAV. If it spots you, it will alert enemy personnel. Exercise extreme caution. But you can use chaff to set up an interference field. That'll knock its sensors offline for a while. Try to locate some chaff. You can also destroy the engine or the camera. Some of the UAVs may be armed. Be careful.
Насколько уснул от этих переговоров по кодеку, но у меня... Какой у меня, кстати, пистолет? У меня нет AMP grenades. Я каждый раз читаю не соединительный мост, а сомнительный мост. Сука, что со мной не так? Ну чё за животные на стримере? Мы кто-то взломал и транслирует туда собачек и кошечек или чё? В Таркове уебище, да. То уебище меня... А. Веб-очку. Сука, реально видяхи не хватает. Видюха загружена на 92, скорость эмуляции 47%. Пиздец. Это при том, что я стримлю на процессоре. Удалишь вот при... Блин! Я могу лишь удалением ввода это заспавнить грида к себе в гости. Вау. Сука, видяха 99%. Блин, все это время дело было не в процессоре, а в видеокарте. И при том, что я стримлю на процессоре, то есть нагрузка на видюху вообще ноль. То есть всю видюху жрет именно эмулятор. Надо бы узнать это хоть кейна, то, чтобы во время катсцен переключаться на софтварный режим, и чтобы катсцены вы смотреть, как, конечно, в хуевом разрешении, как было на PS2, зато без лагов. Это единственный вариант, который я сейчас вижу, если честно. Да, в роликах падает скорость, потому что VDR загружен на 100%, ну, скорость именно 50%, да, но... Я могу сейчас засейвить state? Да, state я засейвил. Окей. Что можно предпринять? Сейчас, секундочку, я гляну хоткей эмулятора, переключимся на софтварный режим, будем смотреть пиксели. Как это он, блядь, называется? PCSX 2. Горячие клавиши. F4 включение, выключение, ограничение FPS. Надо будет тоже попробовать. F4, хорошо. Один. Блин, а где-то же говорили, что можно переключаться между хардварным и софтварным прям на горячую. Может, какие-то кодеки или еще чего отсутствует, или там... Любовь какая-то за опытом. Да я могу поставить и меньше этот. У меня сейчас стоит, я скажу. Сколько плагин? У меня стоит в 4 раза увеличенное разрешение. Могу поставить меньше, наверное, просто, да и все. Ладно, сейчас попробуем. Tab F4. Или Shift F4. Сейчас нажмем на продолжить. Так, F4. Прям лимитер disabled. Не помогло. Shift F4. Пропуск кадров сделан. Все, стало 100%. И типа я включил возможность пропуска кадров. И вроде бы стало легче. Видюха в 10 раз сильнее, да, но хер знает. Ну, все равно 70-60. А ты есть этап?
Where is he?
Ладно, хорошо. Помоги нам. Софтварный режим. Так, продолжить F3. Режим софтварный. Да здравствуют пиксели. И мыльцо.
What are you?
Вот я и хочу иметь возможность переключаться между, чтобы катсцены были в софтварном, а игра, чтобы была в это... Игра была с нормальной графикой. Надо будет после стрима потом загуглить, как это делается. Блин, даже в софтварном идет проблема. Почему?
Where is he?
Strange smell. You smell like... Are you?
It has to be. Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
No, like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, Queen?
Are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down.
Узнаете голос, да?
My name is Pliskin. Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant Junior Grade.
Кто же это?
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
Have I seen you before?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded. Huh? Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking Mission 60, Weapons 80. Advanced
VR, huh?
but realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Right. What's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah. Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that. What's up?
Take a look.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
Поэтому надо покурить.
What was that man just now?
That blood-sucking freak? That was Vamp. He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after US allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But he's a legend.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
You're saying Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body was positively ID'd 2 years ago.
Snake is dead.
And buried.
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here? Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy. Take this too.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero, currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The president is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all
Я знаю даже, кто там.
Aren't you going to answer him?
Уже некому.
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Hey, what's your name?
Ryden.
Ryden? Strange code name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
Так, ну что ж. Во-первых, вертаем взад в вебку. Во-вторых, сейчас настройки видео, настройки плагина, софтвер, окей. Оп, как сразу все преобразилось, да? Глушитель носоком. Он сразу... А что это за лысый? В смысле, ты о Рейдене или о том, кто на вебке? Опа, патрончики. Анимация статуса как в доме. О, господи. Снейк напугал меня. Ха-ха. А, какой. Всегда на чеку. Так, ладно. Нам предстоит путь в неизвестность. Кстати, я хочу жрать, но ладно, я прям через часик, когда закончу стрим. Вот, а вот я удалять не собираюсь.
Jack, do you need to save?
Я хочу с тобой больше поболтать, чем сохраниться. Сиди ровно.
Rose, are you okay?
Yes, thank you. It really scared me at first, but I think I've gotten used to it. I'll be behind you all the way, so don't worry.
I guess women really are strong.
Not quite. It's not women that are strong, it's me.
Just as long as I can count on you.
Actually, that's not true. It still scares me to death. But I'll be strong. I'll try. For you. Good luck.
Спасибо, давай. Так, я сейчас где? Я в B. Нам как раз нужно в BC. А нахрена я могу это делать? К вещам. Ну, бесить, скорее всего, у нас вот здесь. Знать бы, как на паузу ставить.
What the hell is that?
Come, put me out of my misery.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her.
Is she the one they call Fortune?
Queen.
Don't let them take the president!
Ready grenades. A dud.
Today is another bad day. Is there anyone here that can give me happiness?
Вибратор активировался. Птичку.
I'm so sorry, my beauties.
Жалко.
I'll see you again someday.
Colonel, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team was wiped out.
I see.
What happened to the cargo choppers?
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
What?
Besides, since the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
Raiden, get a hold of yourself. The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But...
There's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The president can wait, but this can't.
Colonel, you know I'm no bomb disposal expert.
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan. You should find him there.
Is this according to simulation too?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried. And that vampire too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden, you're needed on Strut C.
Перед тем, как очень сильно, явно и некультурно зевнуть, я прям лишний раз убеждаюсь, это выключена ли вебкам. Так. Мне в боксе, судя по всему. Патрон. EMP гранат. Кстати.
Jack, is that you?
Животное. Ем. Е. Ну.
Jack, when you get home, let's have a homecoming party. Just the two of us.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Кстати, вебка не закрывает субтитры.
Oh, what's wrong?
Well, that sounds good, but how about we eat out at that one restaurant instead? You know, the place that we went to recently with the amazing lobster. I really like that place.
Well, yeah, I guess that's okay too.
Нет? Ну, хорошо.
Nothing. I just love lobster. Yeah, can't wait. Woohoo!
Well, then I'll make a reservation. Promise me you'll come back safely.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Be happy. А что там у Плискина было? 141,80? Может, он нам что расскажет?
He's asleep?
Ясно, ничего не расскажет. Бокси, столовая. Мен в умен. Го зайдем в мен. Ага. Да. О-ля-ля. Кстати, диалог еще один есть. Блин, я не могу развернуться. Ладно.
What can I do for you, Jack? Hang in there.
Raiden, what are you looking at? Oh, I see. Rosemary.
What?
Could you excuse him for a moment?
Huh?
You know, so he can...
Ah, I get it. Jack, let me know when you're done, okay?
Я должен был вам это показать. Охренеть, Каджимба сделал включающуюся сушилку возле этого. Опа, бинтик. Нет, пентазицимин. Господи, чем там женщины жахаются в туалетах? Она что, его пипки не видела? Ну... Ой, не то. Что такое пепта вот это вот? Пентазимин. Бензодиазепиновый антидепрессант уменьшает дрожь в руках. Понял. Левел 1. Ну, конечно. Че, опять катсцена? Блять.
Freeze! Don't shoot.
Да стреляй.
You a cop?
I'm not NYPD. I came in with the Bravo team. Who are you with? And what happened to SEAL Team 10?
They're all dead.
All of them? That's bad.
Did I tell you you could move?
It's all right. He's not one of the bad guys. Don't go pointing that thing everywhere, kid. What's your name?
My name is Peter. Peter Stillman.
Lecturer at Nav Scolio at Indian Head. Also a consultant for the NYPD bomb squad.
A poor old man who got dragged along for this picnic.
I thought you'd retired.
I did. Can't keep up with everybody, as you can see. A famous church got wiped off the map thanks to me, with too many lives inside. All I lost was this leg.
So you're the bomb disposal guy.
Kid, this is the bomb disposal guy. Open any explosives disposal textbook and you'll see his name.
Just ancient history now.
Why did they bring you out of retirement then?
Because the terrorist group here includes one of my students, the Emperor of Explosives, Fat Man. He built an atomic bomb when he was only 10. I created him in a sense.
And that's why you're here.
I'm pretty rusty. I was supposed to supervise the bomb disposal. Looks like it was taken care of before I had my turn.
I wouldn't say that. There are at least 2 people here who can claim to be experts at bomb disposal.
Are you two with SEAL Team 10? I didn't see you at the mission briefing.
Oh, we're with another squad. My name is Pliskin, Lieutenant Junior Grade. Honored to meet you, sir.
Mr. Pliskin, do you have any experience with explosives disposal?
Don't worry about me. And he looks young, but he can do it. But we need more manpower.
I'm,
What's your name?
Raiden.
That's an odd name.
Any other survivors?
There was also an engineer with me.
An engineer?
A skinny guy. He went in with us.
Where is he?
I haven't seen him since that skirmish.
Was he killed?
I don't think so. I didn't find his body.
I see.
They told me he was a security systems architect for the big shell.
Why would they take a civilian along?
Everything in this structure is computer controlled. He was supposed to get us past all the security measures.
I never heard anything about that.
He had official orders with him.
We'll leave that for later. Right now, we need to figure out how to deal with all the bombs.
But there's no one left from the SEAL's EOD squad.
Yup, so we have to do it ourselves.
But I've never defused a bomb before. Hold on a sec.
Off to confer with the CO again?
Glad to hear Stillman is safe. Assist him in any way possible to clear the C4 from the structure.
Colonel, you know I've never been trained in bomb disposal.
It's all right. The man you're working with is the best in the field. All you have to do is follow his directions. You will, of course, keep your identity and mission objectives to yourself.
Is it true that an engineer came in with Stillman?
I wasn't informed of that. It's probably something the SEALs decided on their own. There are more important issues at hand, Raiden. The enemy may retaliate for the failed assault. Get those C4s neutralized now.
Colonel, I'm not qualified for bomb disposal.
Jack, it's me.
Rose?
You can do this. Trust me.
You haven't had bomb disposal training per se in VR, but you're more than capable of handling C4.
This is a little different from using C4.
You're up for this. You know that.
How about it, kid? Are the results in yet?
There's no need to think about this so much. You won't actually be dismantling the bomb. That's not for amateurs. What we'll try here instead is a temporary freezing measure. Here, look at this. This is a C4 bomb. It's live. You can see it pulsing. Now you spray this on the sucker and there we go. Simple, huh? The spray freezes the detonator instantly.
How long does the effect last?
There's no way the thing can detonate in this condition. Even if you leave it alone, it'll stay out of commission for at least 24 hours.
That's enough time.
If we had the manpower, I'd recommend complete disposal. But this will have to do. The spray can be used from several yards away. Now check the floor, ceiling, walls, under a table, everywhere. Try to imagine the locations the bomber would choose.
That won't be easy. We don't know a thing about Fat Man.
Is there anything that'll help us locate the bombs?
Here, take this with you. It's what they call an ion mobility spectrometer. It can recognize ionized gas emitted by C4s.
The what?
In other words, that little gadget sniffs out C4's scent.
That's right. I've established a link up with your radar network, so any scent detected will be represented visually. Have the sensor activated and keep your eye on the radar.
What if he's using some other odorless substance?
I know Fat Man well. I know how into his own aesthetics he is.
Signatures?
Yes, on every bomb he builds, he always leaves a trace of the cologne he uses. The sensor also picks up that particular scent spectrum.
Is that something he learned from you?
No, it was his own quirk. He wouldn't work by any rules except his own, and he followed them like a religion. And common sense wasn't one of his strong points. I thought I taught him everything I knew. I have no children of my own, and I thought I found a son in him. He had the right stuff, you know. There's something very unusual about an ability like that. Even at Indian Head, he got special treatment. I remember some people called him one of the fat cats. Maybe that's what started all this. I didn't teach him the most important thing I had to tell him. There are some things you have to pass on. The trick is to know which one. Right. All I taught him was skills. And now I have to stop him from using it to destroy us all.
Let's see how well that sensor works.
All right. I'm activating him. Watch. You see the green stuff on the radar? That's a visual representation of the C4 scent detected by the sensor.
It's a pretty big area, isn't it?
Don't complain. It's better than nothing.
Just activate the sensors and search the area, okay?
All right.
Don't forget that you need the radar to use the system. Log into the node at every strut and turn the radar on.
We have to keep out of the enemy's sight, too.
Because the radar gets knocked offline when we're spotted?
Exactly. Fat Man would have allotted some C4s here in Strut C as well.
Here?
I know the structure of this facility, and if he wants to take out the plant, where he would target.
You know this for sure?
Of course. I taught him the techniques he uses. His ideas are based on my theories. Demolition is a kind of ideology. It makes no exceptions for time or place. Big shell consists of 2 hexagons joined end on end, north to south. There should be packets of C4s on each of the vertices, or the struts in this case. You need at least that to take a building of this integrity out.
6 on shell 1, another 6 on shell 2. A total of 12 bombs at least.
Considering the shell's architecture and composition from an engineering standpoint, that's my conclusion, and it's exactly what he would have decided as well.
Kid, this place is all yours. I'll take care of Shell 2.
Take this.
What's this?
Security card issued to Shell personnel. The big Shell security layout includes varying levels of clearance. The clearance level is identified by the number printed on these doors. Writing, your card key can open doors with security clearance level 1. Pliskin, your card can get you into level 3 areas. You'll need it to get next door to Shell 2.
How did you get this?
That engineer I told you about gave it to me. He was supposed to program a set of all access cards once we were on site. Unfortunately, this card won't get you into every area of this structure.
We'll have to deal with the remaining security lockouts as they come up. Let's get going. You stay here.
No, I'm going.
The two of us can handle it, don't worry.
But...
You'll just slow us down with that leg of yours. There's a war going on here. I don't have time to babysit anymore.
Why don't you just let us handle the grunt work? You can tell us what to do over the radio, like in the original mission plan.
All right. I'll give you instructions from here. I may also need to prepare a backup plan just in case.
In case of what?
Good luck to both of you. This is a dangerous one.
Who dares, wins.
If anything comes up, let me know. My frequency is 140.25.
Good luck, kid. I'll
Да
see you later.
заебешься их все запоминать.
Semper Fi.
That man's no SEAL. I don't even think he's a Navy man.
What?
Semper Fi. Marine Corps talk. Normally, team leaders stay in the CP and give orders with those headphones. And as far as I know, SEALs keep their officers away from the field. And Who Dares Wins is a model of the British Special Air Service.
Is he one of the terrorists then?
No, somehow I don't think so. If there's someone to suspect, I'd put my money on you. Just take care of those bombs for now.
What about you? They could be back in this area soon.
I'll hide out in this pantry for a while. If I lock the door, it should be all right. Plenty of food in here too, so you don't need to worry about me. I'll give you instructions by codec from here. Good luck, kid. Bomb disposal is a face-off with your own mortality. Don't let the fear get to you. When you give in to the fear, the darkness comes.
Ну, наконец-то. Я уж думаю, что мы никогда не продолжим эту игру. Катсценки, катсценки, еще раз катсценки. И опа. Как сразу все стало красиво. Да, что ж. Так, возьмем пистолет. А, да, насчет катсценок. Роуз, сохрани меня, пожалуйста.
What can I do for you, Jack? See ya.
И все? Женщина. А где же вот эти вот все, ну, вот это вот все? Хавчик. Женщина. В женском туалете заложили бомбу. Вот это да. Кто посмел это сделать? В женском туалете. Бомба. Угу. Что ж, давайте осмотрим все досконально. Где она может быть? Возможно, здесь. Нет. Здесь тоже нет. Вот это да. Где же она может быть? Ага. Нет, это просто освещение. Где же бомба? Где же ты можешь быть? Ага, попалась.
Ryden here. I took care of the C4 in Strut C. The ceiling of the women's bathroom was set to blow.
That's not like him.
Anything wrong?
Maybe. Pliskin's reported other locations too, and none of them are effective demolition points.
What do you mean?
It means that they wouldn't be the best places to choose if you wanted to destroy this place.
Are you saying they don't plan on blowing the shell up?
It certainly seems that way. So far we haven't seen anything but a waste of good explosives. Unless, of course, we're missing something.
A trap?
He couldn't have overlooked the fact that I would be called into this. There's something going on.
Так, идем дальше. Ван, поехали. Ага. Черт, мы же здесь уже были. И здесь тоже. Угу. Остается путь только сюда. Сомнительный мост CD. Компакт-диск. Ага. Не люблю компакт-диски. Блять. Слепой я русский. Нифига себе подстава. Только что раскинул страховку где-то листа на 4 и молюсь Аллаху, чтобы... Офигеть. Нормально тебя раскидывают. Либо нормально ты страхуешься, либо я не знаю, что еще, но... Ох, помог. А мне вот прапор говорит только, вот не нашли ничего, не нашли, да. А я такой, как же так? А он такой, ну вот, не нашли ничего, да. Себе, наверное, все забрал, козел. Говорит, такой, не, ничего не нашли, не. Ну, сука. Что, не перепрыгнешь? Ой, все. Ой, все. Вот же он, пистолетчик-снайпер. Да, и Думаю, для чего я в Тарков играю? Ну, вот то-то же. Блять. Кодзима, чё ж ты такой умный-то, а? Мать твою.
It was nothing. All clear.
It was nothing. All clear. Вчера продал душу мой только за 2 года. Как насыпало квест. Хе-хе. Так клево же. А когда миротворец начнет давать квесты, то я заколебался хранить морфи и вообще там...
Raiden, at your feet, there's a hatch for pipe or gauge maintenance. Face the hatch and push the action button to open it. There may be something you can use, so check the inside thoroughly.
Единственное полезное обучение... Теперь надо настрелять 7 сусеков. Блять. There's nothing here. Что-то может быть... Что, ладно. Семь сусеков. Что за стрёмные звуки там? Сайфер летает, что ли? Так, Богди. Богди отстойник. За что вот так с боком Ди? А, стоп, я же здесь уже был. Только что, да. Дима, мне надо в блок И. Да я забужу систему просто. Вот зайду вот сюда, вот и все. И тут уже и тревоги никакой нет, да. И тут уже все успокоились. А что там за пчела такой, это, снайпер? А, внимательно, где ты сидишь? А, вот где ты. О, сука. Не знаю, надо будет повнимательнее, конечно, повнимательнее. Знаю, как изи победить вампиров. Ладно, мне же стало интересно. У меня не работает почему-то. У тебя сломанный скриншот.
There's somebody there.
Восемь. Я понял. Сука. Учту, спасибо большое, спасибо, да. Это нужная вещь, да. Коробка 5. Сука. СШГР. Нужно найти МЧ. МЧ это молодой человек, да? То есть всегда мне говорит, ищи МЧ. То есть не девушку, а МЧ. Спасибо, Кадима. Спасибо. Какая прогрессивная игра, да. 2001 год, а уже вот, видишь, он. Одобряю, кстати, да, Кадима молодец. Одобряю. Целительный мост ИФ. Так, осматриваемся во все стороны. Там птички какают. Там никого, там тоже никого, тут тоже никого.
Be careful. There are claymore mines around there.
Who is this?
Stealth-equipped claymore mines, invisible to the naked eye. Use the mine detector.
Identify yourself.
Just call me Deep Throat.
Опять?
Deep Throat? You mean from Shadow Moses?
Mr. X, then.
Mr. X now, is it? Why would it matter if I called you Deep Throat?
Never mind about that.
Why did you contact me?
Let's just say I'm one of your fans.
Colonel, someone calling himself Mr. X just contacted me. Do you know anything about it?
No. And whoever it wasn't a burst transmission. The transmission was sent from within the big shell.
He called himself Deep Throat at first. Do you think...
I caught that part too. But the possibility of it being true is none. Gray Fox was the one who used that alias in Shadow Moses, and he's dead.
Is it an enemy trap?
Could be. Exercise extreme caution.
Deep Throat. Глубокая глотка, да. Ну, она из английского так и переводится. Deep Throat. В первой части под этим никнеймом скрывался Грей Фокс, как было сказано. Да, в натуре не видно. Хорошо, ладно. Значит, что? Значит, мне надо найти миноискатель. В первой части миноискатель был несколько уровней до. Интересно, куда Кодима положил его во второй части? Вертолетная площадка и... Для 5 катсцена, что ли? Кам.
I've taken care of that annoying fly. What's the situation over there?
Puzzling. I saw a man dressed like a ninja just now.
Ninja?
It's the only way to describe it. A kind of cyborg ninja, complete with a sword.
Серьезно?
What?
Are you hiding something from me?
Olga, are you sure it wasn't an Arsenal Tengu?
Don't be a fool.
Ольга жива?
Know the difference? I've never seen field gear like that ever.
All right, we'll intensify patrols. Anything else?
Actually, one more thing. You'll find it hard to believe, though. I saw a man hiding under a cardboard box. On the connecting bridge to Shell 2.
Сука.
So you believe me this time?
I've seen someone use that box trick before. We'll lay a trap on the Shell 2 connecting bridge.
Over and out then.
Freeze! You must be one of Dead Cell.
Of course not. What a thing to say.
Ольга Горюкович.
Not a chance.
Оля, ты куда? Оль, ну подожди. Оль, ну... О. Такую даму упустили, е-мое.
I saw a female soldier. Russian. Must be Olga Gerlukovich.
How do you know?
Unlike you, I've been briefed.
She's not a Dead Cell?
No. She commands a Russian private army.
They must be the ones patrolling the big shell.
That's right. She's led the group ever since her old man, Colonel Gerlukovich, died. Watch yourself with her. She's a tough one.
Ольга Горюкович. Я не буду переключаться на хардварный режим прямо сейчас, потому что выглядит так, как будто бы это будет босс-файт. Поэтому сейчас вот я сделаю save state. Хотя нет, там вроде бы люди ходят. Ну ладно. Нет, ладно, я переключусь. Пока хоть кейбу узнать на это дело. Ну, после стрима у меня там будут дела, но перед сном я точно гляну. Что у нас будет? Как можно решать эти вопросы?
Right, what's wrong? Right, right.
Босс-самолет. Да нет. Надеюсь, что нет. Мне хватило вот этих вот всяких боссов, вертолетов, самолетов. Коробка 3. Светка шумовая. Вот эти люки, это не такие люки, да? Не, видимо, здесь ничего не будет. Окей. Либо не сейчас. А что-то кадры рвутся неприятно. Ладно. Сука. Посмотрите на это. Сука. Ладно. А, кстати, да, бабочку забыл. А, нет, отсюда я пришел. Не спать на посту. Клеймор. Круто. Но я должен был найти миноискатель для мины. Что ж, с Толечкой я увиделся. Паковочный цех. 2 ФМ. Джимба, где мне миноискатель найти? Или можешь на этом пока закончить? А, да, тут его опять. Или справа там что? А, тоже его опять. Именно искатель был не там.